What's up, guys? It's Real Smooth Cheesy. We're now only one day out. Let's go. It's literally tomorrow, Friday, so very hype. And we got the final special guest on here today. His name is Kizzy K. I'm super glad to get him on. So yeah, how you doing today?
Pretty good.
Oh,
How's
awesome.
everything with you?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, we're literally one day out, man. I've been building up hype for this, so I'm super excited, man.
Hey, I'm super excited too, man. I'm hoping we get some hints of like what to expect.
Nah, for sure. But yeah, man, I guess with the hints, because I mean, we've got some hints on what Delilah. We know that the characters that we haven't seen are going to be in it. But yeah, man, what are you looking forward to? What are you hoping to see in this new story mode?
I'm hoping we see a little bit of like some of the story that happened around Guilty Girl Overture 2 and
Yeah.
going to Excerpt.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see what happened to like some of those characters.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a big fan of like Izuna. I hope
Mm-hmm.
Izuna kind of get talked about. It kind of like wrote him off a little bit.
Yeah.
And a lot of people made the assumption he died off screen, which is like it's not a very Guilty Gear thing to do.
No, not at all.
So if he did die, he probably would like resurrect. But
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I'm really excited to see like Izuna. I think Izuna would be such a cool character,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and like the way Arxis is like really kind of appealing to like the Western artists in terms of design.
Yeah.
I think he'd be a very good candidate for like the furry community or
Absolutely.
something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'd be really really cool, and I think they could just make him super sick as well,
Oh,
and have
absolutely.
his own little unique personality, which would be really dope because he was always like a sarcastic like funny
Yeah.
character.
Yep.
So I think that would be like such a sick character just to kind of have, you know.
Absolutely. No, and like, what Biking stage looks exactly like Underworld Hill, which is crazy. We know that.
Yeah,
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 we know that what bike or Kai's actually pushing for the coexistence of humans and gears. And while Azuna's not a gear, he's like a backyard apparition, right? We know that
yeah,
he's staying with all the gears, so it makes sense that if we do end up going to Underworld Hill or we do kind of follow this plot because we know Testament's in now, so again they're really pushing this coexistence that Azuna's probably gonna be involved in that with one way or another. But yeah, I'd really like to see them and uh, I mean, Biken's a character. I'm sure again him being like the emotions from Japan being destroyed. I'm sure she would love to see how they interact, and as well as like Nagor Yuki again trying to find himself as a samurai. So he definitely has a lot of
yeah,
connections, and he's such a cool character. We know he's got like teleportation magic, like you said. He's just like got a fun personality, and we saw what like Testament they redid them, and they are incredible, right? They really pushed for that the trans community and just gender neutral, which I think is awesome. But I think they'd be great for as well as again the furry community, and I think everybody would absolutely accept him into the Guilty Gear.
yeah. My mindset is like, it seems like the direction they've been going is like everybody's winning.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if everybody's gonna win, I feel like they should just let everybody win.
Oh,
So
for sure.
every unique community have like a unique character that represent them. Like, not may not be the best, but like something that is
Mm-hmm.
like, man, they really gave a fuck and like took the time.
Oh, absolutely. For
Yeah.
sure. Are you? What about Delilah? I mean, you want to learn anything about her?
Yeah.
She's
So
kind
I
of
mean, we
popular.
don't really know much about her. I
Mm-hmm.
don't really know much about her. I just know
Mm,
that she's like, the sister of like one of the, I guess like antagonists,
yeah. Good
and
old.
she never really had like, like a huge role with like what her brother did,
Mm-hmm.
and my thoughts is like maybe like she's gonna get the memory of the Batman and kind of like play that
Mm,
role maybe.
that'd be interesting. Yeah. Well,
Batman's interesting because Batman, Happy Chaos, and Batman have like such a connection.
mm-hmm.
I feel.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about that.
Yeah. No. That's one thing I think a lot of people you see that like every now and then, but I mean, we all know they're very smart. Uh, One thing that I found interesting in story one was actually that like they pointed out his eyes. They were like looking at his eyes and they were shocked by it. And I looked back and I know that like Delilah, Bedman, and the Happy Chaos, and there's a few other characters that share that eye color. But yeah, I definitely think it would be a lot of people are kind of thinking maybe because they're all like the smartest people, right? So if they have a
Yeah,
connection, that'd be dope to see. And of course, we know Delilah's like angry at Happy Chaos. That would definitely be a twist if like they're relatives and the person she's
that's
trying to
what
kill is like her
I
grandpa or
think so.
something. Yeah.
I think they are. So I think that'd be really cool. For my third character, I
Oh,
think Doctor Paradigm would be so cool too.
facts.
Uh, Doctor Paradigm would be really nice. I think the way how they're gonna do the season pass, the DLC characters, they're
Yeah.
gonna get each character from different series.
Oh,
And
okay.
I think the reason why we went from like 4 to 5 is because we don't have 5 series anymore.
That's
We
true.
only have 4 series left.
Yeah.
So I think we're probably gonna get new character.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think we're done with like the new characters, like in terms of like newest characters.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last one might be Delilah,
Yeah.
worst case.
Yeah.
But we might get like sign series,
Yeah.
overture series,
Mm-hmm.
and like or not even sign series anymore. Because I think we got all the sign characters outside of Deadman. So
And
I
like
think
answer. No, no, wait. No, I think.
answer. Oh yeah, yeah. Answer.
Oh wait, he
There you
was
go. So
Revelator. Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, actually yeah, Rev 2. So we might get like Rev 2, which
Yeah.
is
Mm-hmm.
gonna be like answer
Oh
and
yeah.
like you know, those two characters like Batman and Answer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're gonna go like either they get Answer, Heyun,
Mm-hmm.
you know, those characters, and then like after that, you know, Rev will be done, and then they could go for like Overture. And I
True.
think they're gonna add like Sin on the Overture roster,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you
Facts.
know, rather than like the Sign roster. So I think they're
Yeah.
gonna try to make a twist like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like Answer to come back. I would like Doctor Paradigm,
Yeah.
and I think this character, I feel like that kind of needs to come back just because like there's just been like a super dope character overall.
Yeah.
Bridget.
Oh yeah, Bridget for sure. Well, it's really
Yeah.
interesting because they actually did an article forever ago where, like, after the story one, they were talking about some lore and they went into depth about what Testament was up to, what Zappa was up to, and then what Bridget was up to. And they weirdly put at the end of it that like Bridget's gonna learn who they are, like pretty soon or something. So I just found it interesting that they went out of their way to really hammer what Bridget was doing. But I think Bridget would be dope, and as we know, Japan loves Bridget, right? So although yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
have been
definitely love Bridget.
yeah, so even though they've been obviously appealing to the Western audience, again, this is made from Japan, right? So I'm sure they're gonna definitely add some characters that they like too. But it's also really interesting too because I do think we'll see Answer in this story mode, right? Because we know
Hmm.
that this has to take place at least a little bit before the story one and also through story one, given that we know what Anji and Chip knew who Delilah were. But I mean, Answers also works for the Chip, so he's probably back at home holding down the fort. So I'm hoping we see him. He was kind of put in towards the end of what Zerd. I think he was really cool too. We didn't really get this. I don't really ever see much of him, but I think it'd just be a cool character to add back, as well as Zappa too, because I mean, he just got that cool aesthetic,
Agreed.
as well as yeah. I like that you pointed it out because we've kind of seen that trend of with the initial roster, right? We saw that they added the original 8 characters, and then they added the 2 Zerd characters. Then they added the 2 new characters. Then they added, the 2 X. Well, they added the X character Anji. Then they had the XX character Ino. So they could definitely follow a similar trend with this season 2.
Yeah, it seemed like they're trying to make like this is like the KOF 15
Yeah.
KOF 15 roster where they got kind of a lot of the superstars,
Yeah.
and I think they're gonna try to like implement a lot of the superstars.
Mm-hmm. And I think Testament was also like that because I mean, yeah, with Testament and Biken, we literally got the entire base roster except for Cliff, who is sadly deceased, but we'll have to
Right.
see on that. But yeah, no. So what your season 2, I guess, wish list would be what? Izuna, Delilah, Peregrine, Dr. Peregrine, and then Answer.
Yeah.
I think that's a good solid wish list right there. What's maybe more your realistic prediction list? Because I've seen you talk about Slayer a bit, and you're like, I don't know if I want this character back, but he might be coming.
Yeah, I think Slayer definitely is gonna come back. We just don't know when.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a very popular character, so
Sure.
he's naturally gonna come in. I think it's gonna be my realistic prediction would be like Slayer, Sin.
Of course.
I think we'll get a random like new character,
True.
and like the last character would probably be another fan favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably like Jam.
Oh yeah, I really want to see Jam. The only issue, we don't really have much in the story because Slayer was hinted at quite a bit. He was like mentioned in the story, then he was name dropped in Zato and Nagoriyuki's arcade mode. But I'd really like to see Jam because she was actually hinted at in Jacko's arcade mode as well, and I think she's a super easy character to play and pick up. They could implement her well, right? Just have her do the charge move and then the attack. So I think she'd fit in
Yep.
well, and I'd really like to see her as well.
Same.
Yeah. And is there like what? You think Asuka? What are our feelings on Asuka? Because I know that some people are.
I think Asuka is going to be like the season 3 like premiere guy.
Yeah.
So they're they're really like procrastinating like releasing him in the game. And my theory
Kind of.
is if they release him in the game, that's probably gonna be like the last season.
Hmm.
So I think they're gonna like save him for like the final deal, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I could definitely see that because I mean I was pretty surprised just because again we had like Eno, Soul, and Asuka on all those covers, and I mean considering that Asuka's gonna be quite busy in the story mode, yeah, we
Right.
probably won't see him too much, but nah, I mean that's pretty fair. I definitely think yeah, Jam, Sin, Slayer, they're all. I'd like to see all those three. My actually prediction list is pretty much the same as that. I want to see Slayer, Sin, Jam, and then Delilah. So glad we're
Nice.
exactly, but. Oh yeah, like I said, there's some great lists. Uh, yeah, we are now. Like I said, it's coming out tomorrow, man. I'm so hyped. I'm gonna be watching that.
Dude,
So.
I can't wait either, bro. I'm gonna be watching it with my community, so I
Hell
cannot
yeah,
wait.
hell yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be clowning.
Oh, for sure, man. Can't wait to see because they even said in like the Arc Revo thing that there's gonna be characters that we see in the story mode that aren't gonna be playable, which kind of implies to me we're gonna see either new characters or a lot of old characters. So
I think
all
we're gonna
sorts
get a
of
lot of
info.
old characters.
Yup. So can't wait to see who's got new redesigns, right? And
Yeah, I think that's the most
yeah.
exciting part. It's like seeing the new designs. You know?
Mhm. Oh yeah, and then one thing I noticed the other day too was like the redesigns that they do are typically when like the XX and then like the Zerd didn't get much updates. So I feel like if we do see like Johnny with May or we do see Slayer, they're gonna have like cool new redesigns. So yeah, I'm just it's so cool.
I have a funny feeling like they gonna make Johnny look like Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that would I can see that happening. God, or like all the white. I think a lot of people. I wish they would. I would rather them go the Jack Sparrow because I'd definitely be out of left field and they could make him look that good. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. And they've been doing such a good job with these redesigns with like Eno, Testament. I mean, just everything. Even like the tiny ones like Ram, like they just look so much better.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Uh-huh.
how I feel too.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. But nah, again, damn, dude, I just can't believe it's only gonna be tomorrow. But nah, thanks for coming out. Yeah, guys, we're now only one day out. Thanks for always keeping up with these. I'll be sure to also try to live stream it. So we'll see how that goes. But nah, thank you all for always tuning in. This has been Real Swim Cheesy. Love you all a lot, and hey, take care.
Take care, guys. Have a good one.